Hello students, welcome to online class. I am Johnson, handling 7th standard biology. In this session, we are going to be discussing about chapter number 2, Kingdom Classification 1, Learning Objectives. Chapter 2, Kingdom Classification 1. The following learning objectives are classification and its need, advantages of classification, biological classification system. Classification and its need. What is mean? What is meant by classification? Before scientists started to base evolutionary studies more on botanists and zoologists classified organisms into different categories based on their physical characteristics. Yes, mostly in the evolutionary period, the botanists and zoologists are identify the plants and animals based on their physical characteristics or physical appearance. Now see, the pictures are very clear about it whether it is plant or animal. So evolutionary period, the scientists identify plants and animals in different categories, so it is called that classification. This ordering of organisms into groups based on similarities and differences is called classification. Yes, whether living organism based on the shape and structure and body appearance and physical appearance, and these are the similarities maybe, and differences whether it is a land living plants or animal and aquatic animal or aquatic plants, and both water and land organisms and microorganisms survive different climatic conditions, different temperatures. So based on the physical characteristics or similarities and differences is called classification. Each organism in this world, whether it is a plant, an animal or a microorganism, viruses, bacteria, unicellular eukaryotes, is unique in itself. Yes, each and every living organisms having a own capacity or unique character in itself. Currently, there are about 1.7 to 1.8 million organisms, all of which are different from one another. Yes. The scientists are identified 1.7 to 1.8 million organisms are identified. Each and every organism, individual characteristics of each one another. Taxonomy. Taxonomy is a biological science which deals with the identification, nomenclature, and classification of organisms. Taxonomy is a biological science. The organisms are what type of organism, what type of organisms, whether it is plants or animals or microorganisms. First, we are identified and give the name of that particular organism and whether belongs to which category or which type of belongs to the whether it is plants or animals. So this term included in the term of taxonomy. One of the functions of a taxonomist or systematist is to provide a scientific name for every living creatures. Taxonomy is the science of naming, describing, and classifying organisms and includes all plants, animals, microorganisms of the world. Yes, so taxonomist or systematist identify and classify and give the particular name of the science name, give the plants or animals microorganism. Nomenclature in biological classification system of naming organisms. Nomenclature is a give the name to the particular organism or biological organisms, whether it is plants or animals or microorganism. The species to which the organism belong is indicated by two words, that is, the genus and the species name, which are Latinized words derived from various sources. Yes, how we can give the name of the any organisms? It is based on the scientific name. Yes, by the two words, that's a genus and the species, because it is a Latinized word. Now see this picture. We know in this bird name is sparrow. We said, but in wherever go in the world, throughout the world, we can change the vernacular language or local language of the species name or any other organism's name different from one place to another. That's why scientists, what happened, the need, the scientists form the or fix the unique name throughout the world. The need for a uniform international system of naming is obvious. Common vernacular names for the same plant or any animal vary from region to region. For example, the bird that we know as Gauria in Hindi in India and Pakistan is known by different names in other countries, or house sparrow in England, Puddle in Spain, Moosh in Poland, Susan in Japan, and so on. It's therefore important to have a single scientific name to be followed all over the world. Yes, this kind of clarification, this kind of some misunderstanding to know about the particular organisms, then only the scientist or a botanist or zoologist use the scientific name or by the taxonomist or systematist. Advantage of classification. The method of arranging organisms into groups or sets on the basis of similarities and differences is called classification. Study of a wide variety of organisms easily. Yes, we can easily understand about the variety of organisms throughout the world, and classification projects before as a picture of all life forms at a glance. Classification is essential to understand the interrelationships among different groups of organisms. Yes, because we, we know the mango. Yes, easily we can see the mango in mango tree, but in different places having a shape, structure, and size. That's why the plant scientists give the common scientific name. Yes, because vary from one region to another region, mango is the same in the common place in this world, but is the species is different. That's why the scientists all give the scientific name. Classification forms a base for the development of other biological sciences related to other biological sciences. For example, biogeography, which is the study of geographical distribution of plants and animals, totally depend on the information supplied by classification. Yes. Finally, what happened? The classification is a very important. Then only we can easily identify the plants and animals, entire world of the distribution of geographical distribution of this organism. Biological classification system, biological nomenclature. So biological classification system, how we can classify the plants and animals. Now biological nomenclature, how we can provide the name to the organisms. In biology, every organism is given two proper names. First is the name of genus. This genus name be shared among a number of other closely related organisms. First, we give the genus name, and related to that, shared of the some related organisms. Genus name is similar to a person's surname. The genus name is equal to a person of surname, like a family name. The organism share this name with the other members of its genus, just as we share our surname with other members of our family. An organism's second name is the name of the species to which it belongs. Yes. So, second name, the first name genus, second name is an species. Yes. This name is specific to the organism in question and the name is not shared with any other organism in that particular genus. Yes, because the genus is an subname like a family name. It's give the other organisms also related similar characters, but the species name it is an only one particular of the organism. It is never shared. The scientific names are unique, understood, and followed all over the world. Is never changed easily because they are guided by a set of rules in the International Code of Biological Nomenclature ICBN. Yes, this committee give the each and every living organism give the name. This committee approved for the new species of organisms. It's never changed. As per the convention, the genus name is a generic name is always written first letter capitalized. Yes. Species name or specific name is written after the genus name and it is first letter is always in small case. Let's see how we can write from the genus name and species name. Both names of an individual are printed in italics. When handwritten, both the names are underlined. Yes. For example, Rana tigerina. So Rana is a genus name and the species name is tigerina. So underline the both word. It is not continuity. We give the specific underline for genus and also we are underline for species name. Both names are usually Latin names or have a Latin endings. In order to distinguish each kind of organism in language that is precise, accurate, uniform, understandable to investigators throughout the world, the former system of Latin nomenclature is used. Yes, the ICBN we said before. So this committee and also the investigators give the name and uniformly understandable easily. So give the name to the organisms Latin nomenclature using. Yes. Thus, according to the binomial nomenclature system, for example, lion's full name is Panthera leo. So here, Panthera is the genus and Leo it is a species name. However, the genus Panthera is also includes several animals such as tiger and leopard and snow leopard. The scientific name of human species is Homo sapiens. Here, Homo is a generic or genus name. Sapien is a specific name or species name. Since this naming involves giving organisms two names, it is known as binomial nomenclature. Yes. Linnaeus, in his book entitled Species Plantarum, which was published in 1753. Yes. So, how we know that genus and species? Who that? How we can know who identified? Yes. Here, Linnaeus is the scientist and also he entitled as a species plantarum. It was published in 1753. What happened here? Linnaeus has been considered as the father of taxonomy since he developed the binomial system of nomenclature and a system of classification. Yes, so Linnaeus identified the number of species of organisms and finally give the naming of that particular organism because of the adaptation, the environmental condition, and also how the body shape and structure and physical appearances and similarities. This kind of related the and the scientific give the name to that organisms. Biological classification system. Both in animal and plant kingdoms, the lowest category is a species and highest is a kingdom. Yes, lowest category in the biological classification system is species name, and the highest and topmost it is an kingdom. The rest of the categories lie within this framework. Yes, the last category and the very lowest category is in species, and the topmost category is in kingdom. In between, we are give the particular reasons we provide, and also the scientists give that orderly one by one. The categories in the hierarchy are placed in ascending order. As we go upwards the kingdom, the number of similar characters decreases. Biology classification system. The first one, kingdom, it is the highest region of in the biology classification system, and phylum, class, order, family, genus, finally species. Species. Species is a group of individuals with similar morphological characters which are able to breed among themselves and produce fertile offspring of their own kind. The species is an individual of the same kind of organisms from the morphological character and breed the same kind of offspring. Individuals of the same species resemble each other closely both structurally and functionally. For example, yes, similar character of morphological and it will breed and also fertile offspring of their own kind. Next one, genus. It is a group of species which are related and have less characters common as compared to species. Members of genus have identical reproductive organs. Banyan and fig trees differ from each other in vegetative characters such as shape, size, and surface of leaf, but resemble in their reproductive organs such as inflorescence, flower, fruit, and seed. Thus, they belong to the same genus Ficus. Yes, here some of the resembles to each one another closely, but it is similar. Both are similar character. That's only this banyan and fig under the genus is Ficus. Next one, family. It is represented by a group of related genera that are more similar to each other than with the genera of other families. Now see both pictures of the animal legs class. It's a first one is a cat, second one is a lion. How look like retractive class? Yes. So these kind of resembles fixed on and give the kept on that family some morphological character or some of the resemblance. The scientists are give the family in the members. A cat Felis domestica and a lion Panthera leo belong to the cat family Felidae. Yes. So cat and the lion both are belong to cat family that is an Felidae. Yes. Because what characters the scientists are identified both possess a similar structure and have a retractive class. That's why that both animals give the Felidae family. Order. It is an assemblage of families resembling one another in a few characters. Yes, how it is. So we can see these pictures. The first one and second one, we are take the some of the similar characters, some of the characteristics of morphologically what happening here. Tiger, Panthera tigris, and a wolf, Canis lupus, share the common characteristics such as jaws with powerful incisors and large, sharp canines adapted for flesh eating. Hence, both are placed in the same order carnivora. Yes, because of this tiger and wolf placed in the order, both are under the category of flesh eating animal because of it have jaws with powerful with incisors, very sharp, very large, the sharp in canines adapted for flesh eating animals. Hence, the both are placed in the same order carnivora. Now class. It represents organisms of related orders. Yes, how it is. For example, chordates. Chordate means here those animal it have a backbone. Yes, that we call it as chordates, such as rats, dogs, bat, dolphins, camel, rhinoceros, kangaroo, and monkeys belong to the Mammalia class as they have a characteristics hairy, mammary, milk glands, and external ear. For example, the chordates such as rats, dogs, bats, dolphins, camel, rhinoceros, and kangaroo and monkeys belong to the Mammalia class as they have a characteristics hairy mammary or milk glands and external ear. Based on these characteristics, this kind of animal under the category of class. And phylum. It includes all organisms belonging to different classes having a few common characteristics. For example, all animals which have a notochord present in the embryo belong to the phylum Chordata. Yes, already I discussed. So those animals have backbone under the we kept the chordata and also other important notochord present in the embryo. Notochord present in the embryo in stage. And finally, kingdom. It is an highest level of biological classification system. It includes all organisms who share a set of distinguishing common characters. Yes, what are the common characters in plants and animals? We separated the kingdom of plant kingdom and animal kingdom. Thank you, student. We will discuss in the next session in the next class. Thank you, student.